Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for coming out today. My name is Melissa. Like Ben said, I work for the Center for Education Policy and Advocacy, or CEPA. Yes. So it's rainy. It's kind of dull out. So everybody, I want you to stand up and yell, "Where's the funding?" Everyone, right now, stand up on your feet, and yell, "Where's the funding?" Ready? 1, 2, 3. Where's the funding? Okay, now you can sit back down. So what I'm here to talk to you today about is two things: student debt and fee increases. Something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that I know a lot about because, well, we all know a lot about it because we deal with it every day. So fee increases. Every year, it's sort of like these two words. It's kind of secretive. It's like, oh hey, did you hear? They're talking about fee increases, and no one really wants to talk about it. But they're talking about it again, and later on, student trustee Mike Fox is going to talk to you a little bit about what the Board of Trustees is proposing next year for fee increases. But it sort of comes every year. And what it means for students is it means more loans for some of us from Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, or maybe if you're lucky enough to get the direct loans from the government. It means last year when there was the $1,500, 2 years ago when there was the $1,500 fee increase, that's another 200 hours you have to working a minimum wage campus work-study job. And some students can't be able to work that. So maybe it means not taking an internship over the summer and instead working a summer job back home. Or maybe it means for some of us that we have to withdraw from the university altogether. And that's really what we're talking about with student fee increases and when we're looking at the results of what happens when fees go up. So everybody wants to know why, right? Why are the fee increases going up? Why do we keep getting these? And part of the reason is the funding cuts. The state keeps cutting our funding year after year, slowly and slowly, to the point where each year we have to incrementally increase fees. $1,500 2 years ago, now they're talking about a 5% fee increase with this new flagship fee, right? What is that? So it's just gonna keep happening and happening. And the reason for that is what's happening across the country is this high fee, high aid model. And what this means is that the state is cutting their support in terms of state funding, and by making up for it, they're covering the cost in financial aid. So they cover the cost for those who are lucky enough to get financial aid, but for lower middle class students and for students who don't have parental contributions, they don't get that funding. They don't get that financial aid. So that's really who's getting hurt by this. What happens is then you have to take out more student loans. So how many of you have heard that student loans, we have more student loans debt in this country than credit card debt? Has anyone heard that? Raise your hand if you've heard that. Yeah, so that's crazy. Americans have more student loan debt than credit card debt. So what's happening is there's this giant loan bubble, and students are taking out more and more loans and taking on more and more debt. And the economy right now is not so good. I don't know if you've noticed. Yeah, so when students are graduating, like I am in like 36 days, we don't have jobs to go into because it's hard right now. It's hard to find jobs, so we're basically graduating with no options. And we have all this debt. I think, all this debt that keeps going up and up and up, and thousands of dollars in debt. And students aren't able to pay for that because we can't find the jobs. Student debt is really different from credit card debt, too, because it doesn't have the same sort of loan forgiveness. If you file for bankruptcy, you still can't get your student loans forgiven, right? Crazy. Shame. So that's kind of what's going on right now. We are leaving school with mortgage-sized loans, but without homes. That is what's going on to students with debt right now. So how do we change this? Well, we need to start advocating to our states, to our legislators, and to our elected officials. We need to advocate for two things. First, we need to advocate for jobs. We need jobs. We can't keep graduating and have nowhere to go. That's not fair to us. Thank you. We also need to advocate for more funding for our public higher education, specifically here in the state. There's a couple things that people are going to talk about later that you can do to get involved to try and change what's going on. Dan's going to talk about where we rank as a state in Massachusetts, so he'll talk more about that. You need to get your family, your friends, and everyone you know to call your elected officials and ask them to prioritize public higher education. You need to vote. Go out and vote. I don't care who you vote for, as long as you vote, because elected officials listen to those who vote. And students, I don't know if you heard, we don't have a very good rep for going out and voting. So you guys just need to go out and vote. We all need to vote because then our elected officials will respond to our demands. And your advocacy can start here. One thing that's going on right now is the student government is trying to cut 8 student jobs here on campus. So talk to your SGA senators and tell them that you want them to keep student jobs here. Also come out, thank you. And come out to the lobby day that we're gonna be having in a couple weeks. So thank you guys so much for your time, and I'm so glad to see so many people out here today. Thank you.